Okay, and welcome to another Zoom class about whole body vibration. Yahoo, right? Okay, today's subject is pain. Got pain? We've got your back. So I will talk about back pain, but it's not limited to back pain. We're talking about all kinds of pain today, what to do with it, okay? How to use whole body vibration and some other methods to hopefully decrease or get rid of your pain, okay? All right, so if everybody could mute their Zoom, mute themselves at this point, unless you want to talk, then you can unmute yourself and talk, but if you mute yourself, that way you can all hear me. And a few other housekeeping things. Let's see. There's going to be regular classes on Saturdays, 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to cover a lot of different subjects. They are posted on my website. You can sign up for my newsletter, which is on, you can find that on my website. Follow me on Facebook or check my website. There's a listing there for the schedule. Be lots of different subjects, and the classes are all recorded. So they'll be posted on my website probably by like Tuesday after the class. So if you miss one and you want to see it, you can go there and just click on a link and watch. Forgetting. I wanted to say something about that. Well, anyway, each class is going to have a sort of pattern. They're going to have like a format. The first 20 minutes or so, we're going to be talking about a new subject, getting new information, and I'd love to hear your stories in that period also. There's going to be a little start with success section, which I'll let you know when we get to that, and I would just love to hear how things are going with you at that point. And then we have the new information and a little question and answer period about that. Then we're going to do a workout together, interval training. We've been working on interval training with whole body vibration. And that's really awesome because it really amps up the whole experience. Whole body vibration itself is a big workout, but then we can add in interval training to make it even more intense. Okay. And then the last 15 minutes of the class is just an open question and answer period where you can just ask me whatever you want, or whatever problems you're having. So, let's see. If you're trying to find my website, here it is, bcvibranthealth.com. And I'm actually making a new website. It's going to look really awesome soon, eventually. But it's got a lot of different things, a lot of information there. And like I said, you can find the classes on there and the newsletter. I think that covers the sort of regular administrative type stuff. So this class is about pain, and I would like to start with success right now. Is there anybody who is finding pain decreasing using whole body vibration?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
No. Is that Mildred? Tell me about it.
Well,
all about it.
I was diagnosed with osteoarthritis a few weeks ago. And it was difficult getting up the steps and down steps. And I'm in physical therapy too, but with vibration, it allowed me to be able to move a lot easier. And the pain is decreasing. Every week I get better and better, less pain and less pain. So I do believe that if I had not gotten the machine, I would still be having a lot more complications than what I have now.
Yeah.
I'm getting better. I ain't there yet, but I'm a lot better.
That's fantastic, Mildred. Just fantastic. And I did want to tell you all, just in case you're feeling, you're not sure if you want to talk, the spotlight for the recording is going to stay on me. So we'll hear your voice in future, in like the recording that ends up on my website. People can hear your voice, but they won't see you. So don't worry about, what you look like. Doesn't matter. It's just great that I can see you because then I know who I'm talking to. Anybody else seeing some results with lowering pain, or if you want to tell us about, I don't know, increasing energy, you're just feeling better, whatever's going well for you, tell us. Anybody else?
Energy level, this is Doreen, is up, totally up.
Yeah.
I certainly noticed that. I used to have a pain in my shoulder blade, and that is not nearly what it was before. It was almost like a knot that was there.
Yeah.
But I don't
Great.
feel that. So, you know, I just overall seem to have a higher energy level and a brighter outlook.
That's fantastic. Fantastic. All right. Well, unless anybody else wants to chime in, I'll tell you my story a little bit. Boy, has it made a difference for me. I was just a disaster. I weighed 200 pounds. I was depressed. I had joint problems and nerve problems, head to toe, all kinds of problems. And the vibration made a huge difference. I noticed from just the very beginning when I first started 20 years ago that I was immediately getting better. And it has been a process finding the right method and type of vibration to get the best results, because that is critical. Especially if you have health issues. You know, these machines were originally developed for Olympic athletes, and if you're an Olympic athlete, if you happen to be lucky enough to be that strong and young, great, you can probably tolerate any kind of vibration and you'll get stronger using it. But for people, more regular people who have health issues and aren't young, you really need to use the right kind of vibration and use the right method, which is, a lot of that is just not going too fast. And then you can get phenomenal results. I'm going to show you actually, Andy, we're going to move to the first slide. I want to show you guys the results for pain levels for my customers using the Vibrant Health Power 1000 machine and using a gentle method where you don't go too fast. You start slow and you build up slowly. So 75% of the people in pain, of all different kinds of pain, saw an average 52% drop in pain levels within a few months. And very often it's like they will notice their pain levels dropping within a day, right away. Sometimes the first time you use it, your pain levels go down. So on this graph here that you see, you can see that this applies particularly to muscle pain, lots of different kinds of muscle pain, joint pain, back pain, and nerve pain. The red bars are the pain level starting, and then a few months later, the blue line is, the blue bar is where they are rating their own pain a few months later. That's a drop of 52% for 75% of the people. Okay, Andy, you can take that down if you want. So particularly for, hi, Patricia. Particularly for those types of pain, whole body vibration is fantastic for reducing pain. But I will tell you that those results that you just saw from my survey of my customers, they are vastly better than the medical research. The medical research, when they try to apply whole body vibration to older people with health problems, they get, like, say they get like, sometimes it's working, we think, and sometimes it doesn't seem to be working at all. Sometimes we think it's working some. Like out of 5 really high quality studies, they'll get like 1 or 2 where they think it's working. So why is that? It's because they're using the wrong kind of machine. They're using a machine that was built for an Olympic athlete or otherwise not smooth and gentle enough for a person who is more fragile, right? So you need a very coherent, you want a gentle machine, but you also want a really coherent, smooth message going into your brain. because it is not just working on the physical level, it's working on the brain, the mental, and spiritual level at the same time. In fact, I'll tell you, I think the reason that that vibration is so incredibly effective so quickly for pain, where you get on and 2 minutes later you get off and your pain levels may have dropped, and you didn't have to do any exercise either. It's definitely not because it's a workout, because I have lots of people who just stand on the plate for 2 minutes, get off, and say their pain levels have gone down. So I believe that is the energetic effect, where it's working kind of like acupuncture. Acupuncture is famous for lowering pain, and whole body vibration can be working on the energetic level, because we're all actually like liquid crystals. We are like highly organized molecular structures, but liquid. We got all of the kinds of, we're 70% water. So that means we're like an LED crystal. That's like your computer screen. And all crystals have a property, a scientific property called piezoelectricity, which is the ability to turn mechanical vibration, which is what your plate is doing, into electromagnetic energy waves. That's like sound waves and light waves. It's electromagnetic energy, and everything on the planet has an electromagnetic energy, including you. So I believe, at least, that one of the big reasons that vibration lowers pain so effectively and quickly is because it's working on that level, the electromagnetic energy level. But to make that work properly, you do need, because it's your brain that is most involved in your energy, you need to optimize vibration for your brain. That means a very coherent, smooth vibration, like these machines. These machines are what's called vertical vibration. They're going up and down the same across the whole plate. There's a lot of plates that do what's called oscillation vibration, where you have one foot on either end of a seesaw. That's a wild motion. It's not smooth and coherent and sort of safe feeling for your brain. It makes your brain think, gosh, I might get flying off of this thing. So it goes into fight or flight mode, not into calm meditative mode where it can focus on healing. And the other big aspect, you really, really don't want to use a double motor machine. I can tell you this from personal experience. There are big, powerful machines. They often cost a lot of money, but that does not mean they are great for you. They're very powerful, but the worst part of it is that two motors can never be perfectly synchronized. So they're going to send a desynchronizing message into your brain, and that can be very detrimental. I know because it personally happened to me. It was just disastrous. It took me like years to recover. However, it was actually this type of machine was one of the big factors that helped to resynchronize my brain and get me back on track. So now I'm super enthusiastic and promoting these machines. Okay, so let's see. To get these fabulous effects with vibration, use the right machine and go slow. If you have health problems, you want to go very slowly. That way you don't, because vibration is super powerful. It's a big detoxification system. It's a workout. It's causing all your body to wake up, all your organs to wake up, your brain to wake up. That means your body's got a lot of work to do to take care of itself and do its various jobs, right? It's going to suddenly be working much harder. And that is a certain level of stress for your body. So if you try to push it, you're going to stress your body, it'll be tired. It's already kind of tired because you have some health issues and you're older. So then it gets overstressed, and whatever your problem is sort of your weak link, right? Well, if you have a chain and you put a lot of stress on it, your weak link is actually what is likely to get worse. So your particular problem might suddenly start to get worse. And it's not that vibration is not good for you. It's that you're doing too much. I mean, it's possible that you shouldn't be using vibration. You need to check the contraindications list. There are quite a few conditions that are not compatible with vibration. So please do check that list. It's in my book. It's on my website. And you can check with your doctor. They don't always know a lot about vibration. You can also call me. So as far as pain goes, specifically, what do we do with pain? So a lot of types of pain can get better with vibration. Some kinds of joint problems, again, going back to the contraindications list, some kinds you don't want to use vibration with. So for example, a broken bone, you can't go near vibration. Recent surgery, particularly like joint replacement surgery, don't go near vibration. But there are many kinds of vibration, joint pain that do respond well. Let's see. Andy, can you show the first photo in this section? Because one of the principles, folks, when you have pain, is to not put the part of you that hurts on the plate. If the pain is more than just pretty minor, you might want to try, like say you had some back pain. If standing on the plate is not working, you can try sitting next to the plate and just putting your feet on there. Or say you hurt your shoulder. This would be a very safe way to still get that electromagnetic energy effect that I was telling you about into your body, because your feet, the neurons in your feet are going to shoot signals into your brain, and you'll still be getting a lot of effects. You want to show the next slide, Andy? Okay, here's another one. Let's say you hurt one foot. You can still get on your vibration plate if you're trying to protect your foot by standing on one foot and holding on to something. That way you're going to get that increased electromagnetic energy effect, raising hormones. For example, human growth hormone increases with vibration. That's an internal effect. So standing on one foot, you'd still get increasing human growth hormone, which will help you heal faster. So even if you've got some kind of injury that is too extensive and too painful to put it directly on a vibration plate, you can get some vibration into your body. Okay, Andy, that's good. Thank you. So if the pain is not too great, you can try putting your body, that part of your body, on the plate directly. But when you're doing that, it should not hurt a lot. Okay, you never want to keep doing something on your plate that's really hurting. Don't try that. But if it's kind of, sort of a little uncomfortable, a little bit painful, but it's almost like a good pain, then it's good. It's fine. All right? Okay. Again, check your contraindications. Some situations, no. We're going to do, so we can, any questions at this point? And then if not, we're going to go into the workout. Any questions? No? All right. We're going to do our workout with a few pointers along the way for if you have a particular type of injury, how to adjust. And as I said, we're doing interval training, which amps up the whole effect. Going to do 30-second interval on your machine. You guys have to listen to your body. You're going slowly and gradually increasing the amount of time and the frequency. So you can just turn your machine on for the amount of time that you can do, you can comfortably do in a day, okay? And then the rest of the time, you can just do it on the machine without the machine running. Or if you don't have a machine yet, please join us, just do it on the floor, okay? All right. We are ready to start our workout. We're going to start with some stretching. So Andy will put up a slide giving you, okay, this is
The workout is starting if you're interested.
yes. I don't know who that is, but you could mute yourself and just unmute yourself if you want to talk. Okay, so, and I'm glad you're joining us, whoever that was. All right, this is a great hamstring and back stretch. You do not have to lean over that way. I'll show you what it is. This is the hamstring stretch. We're going to do some back and leg stretches for 2 minutes, starting now. This hamstring stretch is pretty famous. You're just leaning over, letting your arms go down and your hands go down as low as you can, holding onto your legs or something else to make sure you don't tip over, and letting your legs stretch. You can bend your knees a little bit and tuck your head down to get a really awesome stretch in your lower back here. I'll show you. Tuck your head in and your lower back will really feel it. It just feels awesomely great. Okay, good. All right, and then slowly straighten up. Gradually unbend every vertebrae in your back and neck. Stand up. Let's do some further stretching of your legs. There's all kinds of variations. I'm going to do one here where I'm stretching off to the side like this. That feels great. And then I'm going to do the other side. There's so many variations of what you can do. The idea really is to notice what part of your body doesn't feel great and needs a stretch. Now I'm doing some hip stretching where I'm doing like a circular motion of my hips, and that really gets you in your iliosacral joints, which is your lower back here. Feels awesome. Just lean into that hip going forward, and then the other side. And tighten your leg muscle a little bit, your back leg. That'll kind of heighten that. All right. A few more back exercises. Clasp your hands and turn to one side as far as you can. And the other side. There we go. That feels awesome. And leaning over to one side and then the other. Okay. All right, we've done awesome back and leg exercising. All right, Andy, I think we've got some arm exercises coming up. Stretching, I'm sorry, we're doing stretching so far. All right, here is one way you can stretch your arms a bit. Sitting down with your arms behind you on the plate, right? If it's not easy for you to sit down and move around, not a problem, folks. You can do these things standing, right? If you're standing and you want to stretch your arms like that, clasp your hands back here and try to lift up a little bit. That's a fantastic arm and shoulder stretch. And then switch, put them in front of you. If your machine is running and you were sitting, right, you'd be getting all kinds of vibration up into your back and your shoulders and your arms while you're doing this, which would amp this up. All right, we've done a minute of that. So we are ready to start the actual working out. We usually start with the beginner's pose. Here we go. Okay, 30 seconds of beginner's pose. You're bending your knees a little bit. First, I talk for a second because it's good to have a little break between the workout. That's the interval training part of things, right? And meanwhile, you're continuing to move while we're in the little break period. That's interval training. You go hard work and then slow down for a little bit and then hard work, 30 seconds on and then a minute to 2 minutes off, or 30 seconds to 2 minutes off. All right, now we're doing, turn your machines on if you are doing that. And we're gonna pull up in the beginner's pose, right? If you can't use your straps too hard and you need to hold on to something, that's fine. I'm gonna do pulling up. In fact, I'm gonna go up and down as hard as I can. There we go. That's exhausting. That's very hard. I have some people who broke straps, and how they managed to do that, I do not know, because these things are hard to pull. Okay, 30 seconds. All right, if you break a strap, let me know. We have more. Okay, next exercise, guys. We'll talk about it for a minute. Okay, this is another arm one. On this one, so on this one, you're standing on the plate and you're using those canvas straps out to your side, but let's say you have a leg injury and you still want to get some exercise, right? So what you can do is pull up on the straps and don't stand on the machine. If you're doing this, you should be using the stretchy straps because the canvas straps are attached to the bottom plate, which is not actually vibrating very much, whereas the stretchy ones are attached to the top plate. That's the plate that's really vibrating. So if you want to get an arm workout while you're not on the plate, you want to use the stretchy straps. It would be like this. All right, and here we go. Ready? And turn your machines on. Here we go. All right, so I'm pulling up like this, but I'm not standing on the plate. So if I had a foot injury, this would be fine, and I'd still be getting a workout with my arms, right? You could also turn your hands this way, so your palms are down, and pull up. Now you're doing the top part of your arms, or under, and you can do both. All right, working, working, working. Okay, good job. Nice job, folks. All right, next one is going to be abdominals. All right, I'm giving you two choices here for abdominal workout. One is harder, one is easier. On the left is the easier one, on the right is the harder one, but it's a little different than last time. In this one, the harder one, she's got her arms out straight as well as lifting her legs up. That does make it a little bit harder. I'll tell you why when we're doing it. The easy one, she's got her feet on there. All right, let's give it a try. Okay, everybody. Get yourself ready. And here we go. Okay, leaning back. This is the easy one. I'm using my abdominals to hold my upper body in this position. I want to make it a little bit harder. I lift my legs. And now put your hands out this way. You know what? That actually makes it a little easier because there's more weight towards your feet. When you put your hands this way, now there's more weight this way towards your head, and your muscles have to work harder to hold you up this way. Want to make it harder? Straighten your legs. Okay, we have 10 seconds left to go. I'm going to do a combination of arms out and legs straight. See my legs, my feet trembling? That's because it's so hard. All right, and down. Whew. Okay. I'm so glad we're doing this. It makes me really work out. All right, the next one. Got another arm one. Okay, you guys have seen this one. This is the push-ups. If you need to bend your knees and put them on the ground and bend your back, you can. Push your arms up and down. Bend your elbows. When you're doing this one, go back and forth with your elbows bent and then straightened out. That's going to be the workout. To make it harder, straighten your back. Straight line from your shoulders to your knees. All right, here we go. And even harder, turning it on, and now get started. Okay, even harder, don't put your knees on the floor. Be on your toes and bend your arms. Okay, here we go. Looking good, guys. Look how strong I'm getting. I could not do this a little while ago. You guys are really helping me. Okay, here we go. And a little bit more. Okay, now I'm going to my knees. We only got 5 seconds left. Here we go. Great. Good job, everybody. Whew. Okay. Whew. Y'all getting a workout? All right, here we go. What's next? Triceps dip. I love this one. I don't know why. It just works for my body. Okay, what you're gonna do, your feet are on the ground. Now you're facing away from the machine with your hands on the edge, and lift your rear end off the plate, and then bend your elbows up and down, and we will start in 5 seconds, okay? I'm gonna just stretch my back and my arms a little bit while I wait. And now we go. Okay, up and down for 30 seconds with your machine on. It's gonna give you a good workout. Strengthen your triceps. That's the muscles behind on the back of your arm, your upper arm. Here we go. Feels great, right? Anybody burning sensation in their arms? That's good. A little, where you know you're working, right? Okay, and just a few seconds left. Good job. Whew. Okay. All right. Okay. What do we got next? Let's see. Okay, plank. It's a new one. Now, this is not exactly right, this picture. This is more like a push-up in the down position with the arms bent. For the plank, a plank is an abdominal workout, abdominal muscles, core muscles. That's great for your posture, your health, a tight stomach, right? She should have, for a plank, you need to have your elbows on the plate and your forearms on the plate, all right? And you really are supposed to be up on your toes for this one. This one's kind of hard. If it's too hard for you, why don't you try that easy abdominal one we did before where you just sit on your plate and lean back, all right? But for those of you up for a challenge, here we go. All right, turn your machines. Hold on. Okay, ready? We're gonna get in position. You're on your elbows and your toes and turn your machines on. Push the little button and here we go. Okay, this starts out kind of easy feeling, but it will rapidly get difficult. If it gets too hard, just go down to your knees, of course. But it's sort of very surprising how difficult this gets. You'll start to feel it in your abdominal muscles. All right, just 10 seconds left to go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Good job. That was a plank. Very kind of popular and famous exercise these days. Great for the abdominals. Next, we have balance. It's always good to work on your balance. Anytime you're on the vibration plate, guys, you're going to be working on your balance. It's going to be stimulating your proprioceptors, or what it's called. It's nerve centers in your body that control balance, send signals to your brain. All right, easy one. She's standing there with holding on to something and just lifting one leg, right? Hard one, she's not holding on to anything. She's just balancing. I love that. She looks like she's flying, right? Okay, ready? On your plates, get ready. If you need to hold on and just lift a leg up, that's fine. Maybe you can try letting go, but keeping your hand near it. And go. All right, I'm going to do the one where I balance on one foot. You can put your foot in front or in back, either one. This is hard to do for 30 seconds with your machine running. That's got to be hard. Standing on one foot with your machine running is really not easy. It's not so bad with my machine off, but if I turn my machine on, you can't hear me, so I'm sacrificing for you. Okay, and go. Good job. Whew. All right. Getting a workout, guys. Good job. All right. The last two are going to be massages. We've got arm massages, and then we're going to do leg massages. There's all kinds of ways to get a massage into your arms. You can sit on the plate with your hands behind you, same pose as before, but this time just relax, and it's a massage at the same time as stretching. You can sit in front of the pose, the machine, and get your upper arms on the plate. If you really, you can kind of adapt these to whatever part of you feels like it needs it. All right, let's do some. I'm going to sit here. Actually, yeah, I'm going to sit here and relax. Okay, and we're going. Here we go. Oh, that feels good. Just relax. Get a nice massage into your body. you're still stimulating your brain and your electromagnetic system, even if all you're doing is sitting here. So there's not ever a wasted moment on your machine, no matter what you're doing. Okay. I have people who just, okay, that's it. I have people who just brush their teeth, stand on their machine while they're brushing their teeth. And they find that their pain levels are going down, they're in a better mood, they have more energy, their cholesterol levels went down. It's amazing. All right, leg massages, here we go. You can do your thighs, you can do your calves. Both of those are very relaxing. Let's go ahead and do that for 30 seconds. Get yourself in position. I think I will do my thigh massage and turning the machine on now. Here we go. Okay, that feels good. Just relaxing. I'm gonna keep stretching my back a little bit. Okay, very nice. There we go. All right. Okay, and that's 30 seconds, I think. All right. Okay, great job, guys. So we did 11 different exercises on the machine, but the first 3 actually were 3 minutes, and then we did another 8, which were 30 seconds each. So that's 4 minutes plus 3. We did total of 3 and 4, 7 minutes on their total. So it's a good workout. All right. I think we are kind of done with the workout for the moment. Anybody have any questions or comments? Wondering if Patricia is still there. If Patricia is still there, I'd love to hear from you.
I just unmuted myself. Yeah.
Patricia.
Well, I just got the machine, and I got the lighter one, the one that has the handle, and I've been using it a lot. I started like at 30 seconds. I'm up to probably 3 or 4 minutes now. I do it in different, and I'm already doing a lot of these exercises that you mentioned because I'm using the chart. There's a chart that you sent. It's
Right.
like I unrolled it, and then I have a filing cabinet, and I use magnets. So I just put it on my side of my filing cabinet so I can see it when I'm doing it. So that's really good.
Terrific.
The question
Yeah.
I had for you though, and I'm just, okay, so let me tell you what the results are so far. I've had it maybe 4 days.
Uh-huh.
Clearer in my thinking and very different. I mean, much more decisive and clearer without the second guessing. Well, maybe it's not like that, which is really great.
That's fantastic.
Bowels are much more regular. I've noticed.
Great.
So it's
Terrific.
and for pain, I mean, I'm getting a new mattress. My mattress is bothering me. So what I did, and I'm getting it in a couple of days, but what I'm doing when it starts to hurt my lower back is I'll lay on it on my lower back, and that seems to help it.
You're saying you're laying on your machine?
Yeah, no, I shouldn't.
Well, you have the Gentle 500 machine,
Yes,
and it's a fairly small plate.
right.
So, and also that machine, you should keep your weight in the center. The way it's built, it kind of needs you to keep your weight in the center of the plate. You see, did you notice the footprints
Yes.
on the plate? That's because it's encouraging you to keep your weight right in the middle. So, well, it's not bad for you. It's not the best for your machine.
Oh,
So I would recommend, if you want to get more vibration in your back, you could sit on the plate with your rear right in the middle, and that will get a lot of vibration into your back, which standing on the plate won't directly, because it's a gentler vibration, and you really feel the vibration when you're standing on that plate. You feel the vibration more up to your knees as a physical thing.
right. And I bend down, and when I bend down or I do the stretches like you did to your toes,
Yep.
then I really feel the pull in the back of my legs.
Right, sure.
But the question I had is when you were showing using the straps for your arms,
Yeah.
I don't have straps.
Right.
So,
That machine doesn't have straps.
so what would I do for the arms? Just,
Did you see the two
I did.
exercises, the push-up and the tricep stick? You can do those on that machine.
Good. Good.
That machine also comes with a pad,
Yes.
a rubber pad.
Yes.
You want to use a foam pad. You want to use that if
I do
you're
use
sitting
that.
on the machine or you're putting your hands on the machine, because that machine also has these hard rubber nubs on the surface.
Well, I use that pad for everything. I mean, I use that pad even when I'm standing.
Okay. It's actually good to get to where you can stand on the plate without the rubber pad. because
with bare feet? With
yep.
bare feet?
It's good. Now, I'm not saying you'd be able to do it right away, because those little hard nubs are designed to increase the effect of the vibration and, for example, the effect for reflexology. There's a lot of nerve endings in your feet. So stimulating those nerve endings is great. And where the amplitude is small on that plate, you can do that. We can add those hard rubber nubs. We didn't
I'm
do
glad
that
you told me. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have those hard nubs on the Power 1000 because the amplitude is greater on that one. So it really would be uncomfortable. It just would not be good. But the other thing to know about those hard rubber nubs, if you have that machine, is that most people initially will not be able to stand on the nubs without the pad, because our nervous systems get inflamed and irritated because of stress in our life, and it's part of our, inflammation throughout our body. Most people have higher levels of inflammation throughout their body than is good, and that will be in their immune system also. So if you get that machine and you try standing on it and it hurts, it's not that it's not good for you. It's that your nervous system is irritated. It means you really need vibration. You really need all the benefits that it has for your nervous system and its ability to lower inflammation in your nervous system and the rest of your body.
I'm glad you told me, because I've had a lot of
go slowly.
Yeah, that's great. I do have one last question for you, because
Okay.
I think of you when I do this, and I'm going, it's up against the wall a little bit, and so I just sometimes pull it away from the wall. I just take the trunk part, and I just pull it a little bit, a foot or two.
That's
Is
fine.
that okay?
Sure, of course.
I didn't know if I'm messing up or hurting the machine by pulling it, or you know what I mean? I mean,
I've carried that machine all over the place. I've taken it, because that machine is great for picking up. You pick it up by the post.
Right.
And you let the base kind of hang down. I mean, if you're just moving it a foot or two, you just slide it.
That's
but
what I'm doing.
I've carried it out of my house and then down the street and into the car and to classes that I'm teaching in other towns. We had to walk all out through these high schools, and I can carry it with the post and just kind of hook it on my hip. Actually, you can carry it with one hand and open another door with the
I
other
want to
one.
say one more thing as a testimonial for everybody to hear. I have a radio show, and I interviewed Becky about 4 years ago when we first met. When she first came out with her first book, I met her at a health fair. And then I said to her, Becky, I want to get this machine. And then I saw her again a couple years later, and I said, Becky, I want to get this machine. And it's been on my mind. I've had some business stuff going on, so I have been watching my purchases. And this year I just said, this is it. And I got it, and I'm thrilled, and I wish I'd gotten it 2 years ago. But I do have it now, and it's really great. It's great. I had an old vibration machine that's the oscillating one that goes from the left to the right like this.
Yeah.
And I liked it, but this is totally different, and I love the vibration part. So it's really good. So I'll write you something on this.
Thank you, Patricia. Thank you very much. I appreciate your
I
input.
agree with all that, having had another machine previous to yours and just getting yours now, 10 days ago? So what a difference.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know how to explain it to those who haven't had another machine. They started with yours. I did feel like the seesaw on the old one. Yeah. And I did still have some pain. In fact, some more pain after I left than relieving it. And I didn't realize why until I read your book and got your machine. Now, why I agree with her. Why I didn't do this a couple of years ago? Why I have this other one sitting in the basement that you hate to just get rid of, but I think, obviously I'm not using it. I'll
Yeah.
put clothes on it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I
what
think
is it?
another thing here is that, Becky, you've been through this. You've designed, this is your baby. So this
Yes.
is so near and dear. You're not just, this is not from a manufacturer that just put it together. I mean, this
Yeah.
has changed your life. And that's the difference of working with somebody who's been through it.
Yeah.
You get the love and the care in it and the compassion and all the stuff.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
feel it. We're feeling your love
Yes,
there.
we are.
Thank you.
And Becky, I have the oscillating machine, and it's in a box in my garage now because yours is completely.
Yeah.
I just feel totally different because when I first got the oscillating machine, I did it too fast, and after I read your book, the first book I bought, then I said, "Oh, that's why I'm not feeling." I guess I was just feeling it all over. I was like, I can't hardly walk, and
Yeah.
so I stayed away from it for a while until I got your book.
Uh-huh.
But still, and I've noticed on TV now they got all these people advertising the oscillating, thing. But it's
Right.
and when I go to my chiropractor, it's like yours, it's a totally, you don't feel all that craziness.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yours machine is, I'm really pleased because I'm almost completely out of pain. So
Isn't
That's
that
fantastic. Just
Yeah.
fantastic. Well, the difference between my customers' results in my survey versus the medical research, and we're talking hundreds of research studies around the world. They don't know how to do it because they consider vibration to be a workout.
mhm.
They're thinking, okay, we need to get these people exercising. We'll have them do a workout on this machine. And they like a powerful one. Sometimes they try a more gentle one, but they still think it's a workout and it's the effects of increasing the blood circulation. Yeah, sure, that's great. But it's not that. And they think, because they're thinking on the physical level only, really, that they need to give people a lot of vibration, and they do like minimum of 3-5 minutes. There are lots of people who will actually get worse
Mhm.
if they try that much vibration right off. So you want the vibration that's best for your brain so you can get your brain involved. I mean, your brain knows how to run everything, right?
Right.
It's super powerful. It's way beyond powerful of what we realize. And it runs your whole body. It knows how to lower pain. It knows inflammation. It needs to be woken up. It needs to calm down so it doesn't think there's a, danger about to pounce on you that it might need to run away from. And so it gets you all revved up for that. No, it needs to calm down and be able to look around and say, oh gosh, we got a problem over there, and get started on fixing it, So I did remember something else. Unless somebody else wants to talk, there are a few other things I can tell you to do in addition to the vibration to help lower pain. So I'm happy to do that, unless anybody else wanted to ask me a
I
question.
have a quick question, Becky.
Okay.
One of the things you talk about, I have the 500 machine, which is, and can I do tricep dips on that? Because I can't do triceps dips while keeping the weight in the center. It has to be on the edge.
That's true. That is true. So I guess I'd have to be honest. To be honest, I'd have to say that's not going to be ideal for your machine.
Okay.
Push-ups you certainly could do
Yeah,
because you
push-ups are
can
fine.
put your hands in the center.
Yeah.
Triceps dip, it's true. You want to get your hands over to the edge in order to be able to hold on. So it's a little bit limited in terms of how much arm workout you can get with that machine. But what's great is it is phenomenally good for your internal system, your brain. And if you want, you can always get another machine. You can get when you're ready, you can get the power machine too. But for a lot of people, some people, not everybody, but some people, they have to start with the gentle one first.
Yeah.
in order to be successful with vibration. That was me, not just you guys. I had to stay with that machine for years before I could tolerate a stronger vibration because I was really messed up on many, many areas. A lot of nerve problems, internal organ problems. I was just very, very delicate and sensitive. Needed that really gentle but super synchronized, great for the brain vibration and energy. All right. Any other questions? I can tell you a couple other things since we have a few more minutes. You could try adding into your program to help you with pain. So there's a couple of very famous homeopathic remedies, and there's a lot of things you can do with nutritional approaches, diet to lower inflammation and pain. So first off, same thing as always, keep the carbs low. You don't want a lot of carbs, and you want high quality food, high quality carbs. Whatever you're doing, you really got to cut down and ideally eliminate junk food carbs, junk food in general, but junk food carbs, we're talking candy, cookies, cake, ice cream, things with processed sugar and processed grains like flour, white sugar, corn syrup. These things are actually basically poison for your body, and they will raise your inflammation levels, which will raise pain. So it's not that easy, I know, but the benefits are great. And it's a process, of getting on and off the wagon about 100,000 times. That's my experience. We all break down and have a cookie or whatever, but keep in mind that if you want to feel good, get back on the wagon and keep going with the low carb and healthy carbs, okay? So that means whole foods. You want to stick to as close to Mother Nature as you can, the original form of the food. Eating a lot of raw food is fantastic, guys. Fruits, vegetables, beans, whole grains. You also want to get some protein and healthy fats. Nutrition's a big, important area. There's a diet that's really interesting, and I ended up doing it for years. It's called, this is a different diet. This is specific. You can still do the low carb aspect with it, but it's called Eat Right for Your Blood Type.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really interesting. It's basically, the idea is that the different blood types are sort of developed due to evolutionary pressures. So type O is very common, and it was like O for original. The original blood type that everybody had, it's associated with a hunter-gatherer lifestyle, the very early man. So those people with a type O, and they've actually looked at the different way that different blood types, their blood reacts to different foods. So each blood type has antibodies in it already that are primed and ready to attack certain foods. When we're ill, our guts are not working as well as they once were, our digestive systems, and there's a lot of what's called leaky gut syndrome, where you have molecules of the food being absorbed into your bloodstream that are too large. And then these antibodies in the different types of blood will attack those different antigens. They're called different parts of your different foods, and you'll end up with a war going on in your body. So if your health is not great, you're fairly likely to have developed some leaky gut syndrome, and this diet could be important for you because different blood types evolved to tolerate different types of food and to attack other types. It's really pretty fascinating. There's a great book about it called Eat Right for Your Blood Type. I recommend it. I enjoyed it a lot, and I ended up stuck on that diet for about 5 years. I found that every time I got off of it, I would immediately pain levels shoot up. So it's something to check. And now I'm so healthy. I can eat almost anything. It's really great. Allergies too. Be sure to figure out if you're maybe allergic to things, because if you're allergic, then you're going to have a war going on in your body also. And anytime there's a war in with your immune system attacking stuff, inflammation levels are going up and pain levels are going up. All right, we only got a couple minutes. Unless there's a question, I want to tell you about a couple of homeopathic remedies that can be helpful for many people. All right, we got arnica. It's super famous. It's called arnica. A-R-I-N-C-A, arnica. Get potency 30C. That's 30 and a capital letter C. Okay, that remedy is particularly famous and great for all kinds of trauma to your body, bruising, joint problems, but it's usually going to be most effective for something that has recently happened and in helping you heal from an accident, trauma, bruising, cuts, any kind of assault on your body or accident, surgery. It can really help you heal faster. So a recent injury, that one's really great. If you have more long-term, usually it's possible it might help you. You might need it, so you can give it a try, but it's not as guaranteed. Whereas a recent thing, it's almost guaranteed to help you heal faster. Another really great one to know about is something called Hypercium. That's H-Y-P-E-R, hyper, cium, C-I-U-M, Hypercium. Wait, maybe I spelled that wrong. Hypercium, yeah. H-Y-P-E-R-C-I-U-M, again, 30C. You could also try 6C with both of these remedies. And at that potency level, you take it twice a day. Remember not to drink coffee or have any kind of mint product after you take the remedy until shortly before you're going to take it again. You can have the coffee and the mint 30 minutes before and not at all afterwards. Okay, so when to use Hypercium? Hypercium is particularly great for nerve problems. Got any kind of nerve problems? It's worth trying. Can't guarantee these are going to work because it's really about what's going on in your mind. And there are many remedies that affect everything from, there's like, I don't know, probably over 100 remedies that affect pain easily. And to be sure you have the right one, we have to look at what's going on in your mind, your emotions, your thoughts and feelings and life circumstances, as well as the physical. But you could try them. Those are particularly famous. Okay. Any other questions?
No, thank you so much. Good information. I really appreciate you. I want you to know that.
Thank you,
Agreed.
Mildred.
Yeah.
Very much.
I second that.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Thank you. Well, it's a pleasure. I enjoy being here and trying to help you all. You're welcome to get in touch with me by email or Facebook is great. Go on Facebook and tell people what you think. That would be really good. A little social media, get going there, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So until next week, have a great week, everybody.
You too.
Okay. Take
Bye-bye.
care. Love you all.
Love you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.